Before the glitz of the TV series, before Tommy Shelby became a legend, there were real men, real gangs, and real blood on the streets of Birmingham. In the late 19th century, this booming industrial city was home to poverty, violence, and rebellion, and from its darkest corners rose the gang that would later become a worldwide obsession, the Peaky Blinders. Birmingham in the 1870s and 1880s was a city exploding with change. Factories belched smoke day and night. Thousands of men, women, and children worked endless hours in brutal conditions. The city was loud, dirty, and dangerous, but beneath the sound of machinery was another rhythm, the clash of street fights, the cries of the poor, and the rise of youth gangs. In cramped neighborhoods like Small Heath, Bordesley, and Aston, young men formed groups for survival, protection, and power. These were not organized criminals. They were street soldiers in a city that had forgotten them. One of the earliest and most notorious of these groups was the Cheapside Sloggers, known for bare-knuckle fights and pub brawls. Out of this violent culture emerged another name, a name whispered with fear and fascination, the Peaky Blinders. They weren't one single gang at first, but a loose network of working-class youths. What united them was their style, a bold statement of identity in a world that gave them nothing. They wore tailored jackets, silk scarves, steel-tipped boots, and those famous peaked caps pulled low over their eyes. Oh, where did the name come from? Legend says they stitched razor blades into the peaks of their caps, using them as hidden weapons to slash opponents' faces. It's a dramatic story, but probably just that, a story. Razor blades were rare and expensive in the 1890s. Historians believe the name, Peaky Blinder, simply described how they wore their peaked caps low, blinding the eyes. Myth or not, the name struck fear. The people of Birmingham, the Peaky Blinders, were violent, stylish, and untouchable. Peaky Blinders ruled through intimidation. They mugged strangers, robbed betting shops, and demanded money from local businesses for protection. Their violence was casual and often brutal. Anyone who crossed them risked being beaten or worse. One of their most feared leaders was Thomas Gilbert, who often used the alias Kevin Mooney. He organized gangs, managed territory, and became a symbol of the Peaky Blinders' power. Police tried to crack down, but corruption ran deep, and the gang often slipped through the cracks. In Birmingham's working-class neighborhoods, the line between criminal and hero blurred. Some locals even admired the Peaky Blinders for their defiance and flair, but the Peaky Blinders' reign didn't last. By the early 1900s, police reforms, tougher laws, and organized crackdowns began to break their hold. By 1910, their attacks had vanished, their members jailed or scattered. The gang faded from the streets, but not from memory. The myth lived on. The truth was harder. The smoke gone,